What gets me up in the morning is to say, okay, I want to walk into a place where people have nothing, but
Yeah.
they're ambitious as hell and they're fired up. And if you give them something, they can take that, take it to the next level. And you come back in 20, 30 years and their life is totally changed. And that's what we have. 70% of Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, is at or under the age of 30. And these kids are internet enabled. They're taking Coursera
Hmm.
classes. They're watching videos on YouTube. They're just like you and me. But the only difference is they live in a world with horrible systems. We don't. And as a consequence,
Hmm.
they can't preserve, protect, and build wealth. So the point of Cardano, why we built it, was to basically be that foundation. And they said, well, what's the point? Why is that money? Why do we care? Well, imagine being in China in the 1980s. China was actually poorer than Africa in the 1980s in many places. And people don't remember that. And a lot of people said, China? Oh, that's nobody. They can't even feed
Yeah, I
their
know.
people. Like they had mass starvation all the
Yep.
time. But some very clever entrepreneurs looked at how the political winds were changing. They looked at the will of the people and they said, if we stick with this in 30, 40 years' time, China will be one of the top countries in the entire world. Well, similarly, when I look at the trends in Africa, there are $5.6 trillion of illiquid wealth that's just locked up. And if we have the right systems, it becomes liquid. That alone changes the world. And to give 1 billion plus people, a lot of which, 700 million of which are under the age of 30, who are ambitious as hell, they got a chip on their shoulder,
Mhm.
and they want to go prove themselves, a completely new system that's 10 times better than the system I have in America, that is the thing that's going to change the whole world. Because it's once they succeed, the only way for America and Europe to compete with them is to become them. And that's how you get rid of all these big giant banks and these things and change them and make them ethical and honest. You don't go in America and say, please change the regulation, please change the way things are doing. You change the market, you change the game. And that's why we constructed Cardano. So we wanted to build a system that over time could grow to 1 billion users and over time could provide economic identity to those who don't. And if we got it right, that system will hold more wealth in it than the system of America collectively.